Hey, it's your buddy Peace and Harmony with you here today. How to avoid narcissistic rage. Oh boy, nobody likes to see people upset. Sometimes getting angry is a normal and natural and healthy part of life. There's definitely valid anger, and then there's basically invalid anger. If you have valid anger, you have a right to be angry, you have a right to express your emotions. We're not talking about violently, we're just talking about really upset. Something that was done that hurt you, something that was done that violated you, something that is not right and that absolutely needs to have some speaking up done in order to reconcile and resolve it. What if you are in a relationship with a covert or overt narcissist and you want to avoid narcissistic rage? Well, for one, you can avoid any structure in your relationship. You can offer them absolutely no requirements, no accountability, no communication required, no strings attached, no really discussions of things like emotions, needs, wants. You can have, talk about what you generally talk about, whether it's sex talk or talk about money or finances or whatever it is really at the core of your relationship. But if you ignore your feelings and don't speak up, you will definitely avoid narcissistic rage. If you want to avoid narcissistic rage, stay hanging in the background. Do not ask for more than what they are looking for. Just stay kind of hanging out there whenever they call. Just be ready to call and be there at their whim and do whatever it is, what they want, when they want, and how they want it. Do not speak up for anything special in particular for yourself, because then you will definitely be able to avoid narcissistic rage. They won't have to do anything for you, like get you a birthday gift or get you Valentine's chocolates or a card. They won't have to be with you or your kids or your family. In fact, they won't even have to get to know your family. So don't even try to hold them down to anything sort of substantial like meeting your family. In fact, keep your family out of everything. The more secretive you can be with these people, the more you'll avoid their upset and the happier they'll become with you as supply. If you want to avoid narcissistic rage, do not speak up when you're being violated. If you are being violated in your boundaries, if you're being violated in your communication, in your discussion, and you're not receiving any credit for anything, do not speak up, do not take notice, do not take heed, do not even acknowledge that you're being abused. If you just keep receiving the abuse, if you just keep taking the abuse, if you just keep batting an eye, winking an eye, and just letting it blow over, then you will not see any sort of rage from the narcissist. In fact, they'll be absolutely adoring that you can just let them really keep a wild schedule, a crazy schedule, where you really don't have any sort of needs or requirements for them in particular, and you don't hold them to any sort of reciprocity for you. So, they might like to take you out or pay your way, but they definitely might someday start to say, well, what about you paying? What about you, taking on some of this here? And then they'll show you the bill and say, you know what? I've been taking you out and, I've been treating us for drinks, now it's your turn. So you will start to see some narcissistic rage if you let them carry a lot of the, weight in the relationship, because the narcissist at one point, once they continue on with you and you allow them to stay in this free-form relationship where they're very satisfied, they'll eventually start to feel and fear like they could be in a real relationship. In other words, if they are starting to take responsibility for a lot of the leadership of sex or dating or nights out or spending things and finding the places to go, kind of taking the leadership and a lot of the helm, it'll start to register with them. They'll start to get a little bit bored and they'll start to get nervous. They will think, you know what, the supply lid is about to pop, and this is making me nervous. I don't like the feel of this, and so you'll start to see some of that rage coming out of the woodwork. A little bit of a sarcastic, pointed discussion here. However, I hope this hits home with you and will give you an idea of how to manage the narcissist or the pathological liar, psychopath in your life. Peace and harmony with you here today. I hope these videos help. Please share, please subscribe for more great tools, videos, discussions, and support.